What's up, guys? How we doing? It's Devin here with GameGPT, here to give you a little bit of an update on everything we've been doing with the project, and specifically, we're going to go into really deep detail about our AI NFTs. I'm going to take you on a demo of sorts about everything we've been up to, and then at the end, we can cover what's coming next. All right, so getting into it, as you can see here, AI agent demo. The big two topics we'll be covering today is the non-gaming utility and the gaming utility currently built into our AI agents. As of right now, the gaming utility is set up, but it has to launch paired with the mobile app. And the mobile app is scheduled for a June 2025 release. If you are a avid GameGPT community member, you know that we are beta testing all of our mobile games at the moment. We do about one a week, and there's usually about $500 USDC in the prize pool for these beta tests to make sure that our games are ready for the mobile launch, as we're waiting for a couple of other things to come through before the full launch happens. Most of what we're going to be going over today is actually the non-gaming utility. We have a plethora of features that we've been adding into the non-gaming utility to just give our users a lot more of an edge when it comes to understanding AI and actually building an agent that can do things that stretches well beyond just OpenAI's ChatGPT or Anthropic or any of these other LLMs you may be using yourself. So I'm really, really excited on taking you through the full process of, if you are a brand new member here, how to set up your own AI agent, or if you're an existing AI agent owner, how to get more out of your agent right now with all of the new features that we've set up. Okay, so I think we're going to take it through the whole process here. We're going to buy an NFT, we're going to stake it, we're going to activate it, we're going to summon it into our Discord, and then use all the commands that are just coming out. I think that means it's time to go ahead and buy an NFT. I have Mintify pulled up. I have a fresh wallet. AI agent demo. I got some ETH in here. So almost a celebration. Why don't we go ahead and sweep a little bit? I think 1 ETH is probably pretty good. I think our holders would be pretty excited for that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and, because you can only sweep 50 at a time, I'm going to sweep about 0.6 ETH, and then I'm going to sweep 0.4 ETH. Let's go ahead and do this. PC connection is throttled. Okay. Let's try this again. All right. There we go. Looks like it's a lot better this time. We are confirming. Looks like we'll have a ton of NFTs to give away in our tournaments and in the prize pool once the app launches. All right, let's sign this through, and then we'll do another 0.4 sweep. Amazing. Amazing. All right, and now it's time for the 0.4. That's about good. All right, confirming it. And we're good to go. All right. Next step, now that we have some NFTs, let's go ahead and go into our portfolio, see what kind of NFTs we got here. Yep, there we go. They are loading. Let's go ahead and go to the next part in the demo, and we have the stake feature. So to go to the staking page, it is nft.prism.ai/stake. I'm going to refresh this just so, and make sure that I have the right wallet connected, 0D21. So I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to reconnect. I'm going to do MetaMask. And then I'm going to connect OD21. All right, good to go. Let's see if I can stake. All right, I'm just going to pick the first one I find, 83. All right, I'm going to select the duration. We're going to max bid, obviously, and let's take it up. All right, let's put it into the smart contract. And lastly, confirm that it's going to be taken out of my wallet. Good to go. We are staked successfully. So now all stakers can go to the nft.prism.ai/mystakes page to view a little bit more about it. Looks like we're having a little bit of a picture error over here to the left, but it's going to accumulate EXP, and you're going to be able to upgrade these for the gaming NFT or the gaming AI agent abilities coming up with the app launch. If we follow our next one, we have to activate our agent. So that's when we're going to have to go to ai.agents.prism.ai and go ahead and create our agent. We are experiencing a bug right now with PFPs in Discord and PFPs in the AI agent platform right now. So right now it may look like, as you can see to the left here, that all of our agents share the same PFP. That is actually not true. At the moment, what is wrong is basically our Google server, our Google online servers that hold our PFPs are bugging. This is going to be fixed soon, so bear with me on these the weird visualizations. This isn't the same PFP that has created a whole bunch of agents. It's just we need to update it with the right one. You're catching us at a time where we have a little bit of a bug right now, so sorry about that. What I need to do now that I just remembered is to activate my NFT. I'm going to need to have a little bit of dual. So actually I can pay with an NFT. That's smart. So actually I'm going to use the pay with NFT feature. This is cool. Actually I changed my mind again. I might as well just use dual. That's the smarter point. So let me go ahead and buy dual in a moment after I get my test set up. So yeah, let me go into Discord, open it. Let me open up GameGPT. Let me go to our official links. Let me go to buy dual on base. And once we're here, we are back in action. All right, got to connect my wallet. All right, I am connected with the wrong wallet. Let me disconnect and then reconnect. Yep, that is correct. And I'll go ahead and buy some dual. Oops. All right, I'll go ahead and just buy. I think you only need 20K, but I'm going to go ahead and buy 50K, just so $46 worth. Don't show me this again. All right. Okay, swapped it out. Got my dual, good to go. Now I'm going to go to the Prism AI. Now I'm going to create an agent. I'm just going to call it Devin's Test. let's see if I can find an image here. We'll do no image. Yeah, let's go. Let me just find a. What's a good image here? GameGPT logo. Images. Let me just save this. Wow, okay, not what I wanted. Save as, desktop, save. Okay. Took us a while, but we're here now. Desktop. Got the image. This is a test agent. Be friendly and help me showcase the delightful utility of GameGPT, the company who built you. Let's do young adults. Let's do 83, which is the NFT that I staked. Let's create a Discord agent for now, and we're going to pay with some Duel. All right, approve. It is going to go ahead and prompt me to spend my Duel. So spending cap request, I'm accepting, and then right after, then it's going to get me to spend the Duel. All right, signing this transaction for 1,000 Duel. Transaction submitted. Transaction success. Okay, it looks like my agent is here, and in between our video, since you saw that the agent was updated, you can now see that PFPs have been replaced, and it's not the same PFP over and over again. People's PFPs are actually getting updated with what you uploaded into your file. So now that I've created my agent, Devin's test, the goal is to now get it into a Discord so that I can use it. So I don't know why the PFP is very blurry, but I'm sure this will get fixed soon. If it's not, maybe I gave them a very small or a very blurry file to begin with. Okay, now that we're on the detail page, now that I've created my own agent, there's two things that I can do. I can update the agent, which is actually updating the information of the agent. It looks like this, and it's just the file that you can use to edit the personality and lore of the agent a little bit more than you did the very first time. As far as I remember, this does not actually cost Duel. You could do it as many times as possible, and you can really get creative with how you want to change the personality and how helpful and the angle in which the agent answers and gives output to get better towards our goal. I'm going to go ahead and do Discord user guide because this is how you summon an agent for the first time. All right, step 1. Click below to add your bot to a server. Use the command summon59 Devin's test # NWSZV to summon Devin's test. Mention the bot in the chat and you're good to go. These are all commands that I can use to add additional features to the agent. Let me go ahead and do Devin's test invite. And as you can see here, I actually created a brand new server just for this. So I'm going to type in Devin's AI test server, and then I'm going to allow Duel Agent 59, which is, if you recall back to the summoning page, summon 59 means that what we call it is the employee bot. It's effectively the Discord bot that gets used whenever you summon it and becomes your agent. We have employee bot 59 being the number that we're going to use to summon Devin's test agent. So as you can see here, summon 59 matches the OAuth right here, which is Duel Agent 59. I wanted to give it into Devin's AI test server, or Devin's AI agent server, which I just created just for this tutorial, and I'm going to continue. I want to give it full rights. If you have a server with a lot of people, and maybe there are things that you want to be a little bit more careful about, you actually can give it a little less permissions. It's going to need to talk. It's going to need to send messages. It's going to need to read other people's messages, etc., etc. But because this is a test server and I just want to show everybody the full features, I'm just going to give it full permissions because it's kind of a server that I spun up exactly for this reason anyways. It's only me inside the server. I'm going to authorize, and we are successful. So what I'm going to do now is open Discord and then go to my server and actually summon my agent according to this summon command right here. It says a wild dual agent 59 has appeared. Amazing. So what this means is now I need to use the summon command, and our agent will be in our Discord. So let me go here. Let me go here. And I'm going to use this exclamation mark summon 59 with the summon code for this agent. There we go. And as you can see now, the dual agent 59 Discord bot has had its profile and identity replaced with Devin's test, which was the profile that I set up for this instance. Devin's test here. As soon as you put your summon command inside of your Discord, after you've sent the employee bot into your Discord, you will also see its personality replaced. One thing that's really important that I want to point out is we're constantly sending updates to these agents, adding more features, adding more commands, and making them just better overall to serve our users' needs. Every time we push an update, this is going to reset, and Devin's test is going to become Dual Agent 59 again. All you need to do to basically get back to where you were before, if Devin's test becomes Dual Agent 59, is just resummon it. Just use the summon code that's on the website, or just find it up higher in your Discord conversation and resummon it. And if it doesn't have the name and the PFP, and it just says Dual Agent 59, it's not going to remember your personality, and it's not going to be exactly what you built. Now that we have this going, people may ask, what can you do with it? And there are a lot of things you can do. You have an AI agent at your disposal that basically has the whole internet to pull from, and its own database of Claude 3.7 and ChatGPT 03 to basically answer your questions. So without giving it, without any other features that we added in that I'm about to go over with you, you can just ask it anything you want. You could ask it for coding advice. You can ask it for history advice. You could ask it for really anything, and it's going to give you the best answer. If you ask it for real-time information, we also have a benefit or a feature that we added in called Perplexity. Perplexity, if you don't know, is an AI tool that allows your LLM to search the web. Perplexity is a free AI-powered answer engine that provides accurate, trusted, and real-time answers to any questions. That's important because in normal LLMs like ChatGPT or Claude or Grok, there is a training cutoff date. If the model gets built, I don't know, let's say 3 months ago, all the information that AI has to answer your questions are going to be all of the information 3 months ago and previous. It's not going to give you real-time answers for what happened today. But once you add in Perplexity, our AI is going to be able to figure out if your answer needs to be real-time, and if a web search is going to be a better way to answer your question that you gave. And in that circumstance, it's actually going to use Perplexity to answer your question instead of Claude 3.7 or ChatGPT 03, which are the models that our AI agents run on. So that is a really cool thing. The way that we actually allow Perplexity to work into our agents is this thing called MCP. MCP, if you don't already know, is a open standard built on, or basically a language built by Anthropic, which are the people who built Claude. And it is a really, really, really cool way to add additional features into AI agents. It's really awesome. If you want to learn more, you can actually probably read up on it and learn about MCPs, but it's a really cool way to scale AI agent utility. And it's something that we use a lot. And I'm actually going to go over the other MCPs we have in this demo. So let's go ahead and use this. Let's go into Discord and let's ask, hey, Devin, thanks for being here. Let's ask a real-time question for Perplexity. Is there any historical significance to today? I'm curious. All right. June 5th has notable historical significance. Number one, in 1967, the Six-Day War began in Israel. Robert F. Kennedy was assassinated. I did not know that. The first case of AIDS was reported by the CDC. Former US President Reagan died on June 5th. And on a lighter note, June 5th is also known as the Sausage Roll Day in some places. So that is cool. A normal LLM would have not known that today is June 5th, so it would not really have been able to tell you that. Additionally, you can see Perplexity because it has these citations in the answer where you can actually click on the web searches that it used and the web results that it used to provide those answers to you. Unfortunately, you're not going to click on those citations because it's only transmitting through text. But a good way to know whether Perplexity is being used or something else is if these numbered citations are actually present in the response. Okay, so that's one of the many features that we've added into the Discord AI agent. What are some other ones? So we have Discord user guide. Cool. We have the web scanner command. We have the coin analysis command. We have the fear and greed command, marketing news command, image generation command, and the voice command. Web scanner command is pretty simple. All you got to do is do scan 59, and that we're using the 59 because 59 is the number of our agent bot. And every command is going to use that same number just so that it identifies correctly what command to use. Basically, what you need to do is just use scan 59 and do any URL, and you're going to be able to scan that URL, whether it's a white paper, whether it's a database of some kind, whether it's a website that is explaining something like a wiki, and you're going to be able to basically scan that web page and get a summary from the LLM on what it is you're looking at. Additionally, you're going to be able to ask follow-up questions about that, about whatever was scanned, and you're going to be able to effectively go down and deep rabbit holes of anything you want to know about what's happening. Another thing that you want to know that I'm going to start actually using inside Discord is the coin command, which is actually an MCP of CoinMarketCap. So an MCP of CoinMarketCap allows me to pull CoinMarketCap's information into our AI agent's knowledge base and provide you with the answer that you want. So let me go ahead and do coin 59. Hey, Devon's test. Can you tell me about the price action of Ethereum? And you can see right now it's checking because it's pulling that CoinMarketCap API, which is effectively the MCP, and providing you with that information based on CoinMarketCap's data. Let's give it a second. And we will get a response. Invalid form body, content must be, okay. It looks like our prompt maybe provided, basically what happened was MCP pulled CoinMarketCap's answer, but then it got throttled because the response was a little too long. So how about what I do is I ask a shorter question, or I ask them to be brief about it. Can you provide a brief summary of the Ethereum price action? Let's see what we get. There we go. Yeah, so by asking for a brief summary, I basically went around this must be 2,000 or few characters in length. So if you ever get this error, guys, it's probably because the prompt that you asked it for is getting way too long of an answer, and it needs to shorten up in order to be used. It's not throttled by anything we control. It's actually throttled by the MCP server that CoinMarketCap is built. So for whatever reason, if this happens, just use a shorter prompt. So now that we have the response back from the MCP, we can see based on the data, Ethereum's price has shown some notable fluctuations over the recent period. Starting at around 1865 on May 6th, we've climbed to 2K and representing a significant jump. By May 11th, it reached a peak of around 2K, nearly touching or 1999, nearly touching the 2K mark. However, there was a subsequent decline with the price dropping to around 1919. This is interesting because it's using older data, May 8th and May 11th, but we're in June 5, and I know ETH is at like 2,600 at the moment. You can see crypto quotes historical v3 is what's been using. I'm actually going to just make sure that it has up-to-date info. What is the price of Ethereum right now? Latest check, currently Ethereum's at 26.28 in the past 24 hours. It's seen a slight decrease. Okay, perfect. So for whatever reason, CoinMarketCap's MCP was giving us old data whenever we asked for a summary of the price action. And it was when I asked for what the Ethereum price was right now, it gave us the right answer. So be careful out there, ask the right questions. And I think this is leaning towards more and more. Prompt engineering is a real thing. And it's important for you to get the most out of what your AI is doing to ask the right questions. Let's go to the next one. We have fear and greed, or we have the fear and greed command, which is actually very simple. It's not anything too crazy. And it doesn't have a lot of variability. It's basically just something that we've built to help everyone and to give more utility to our agents. There is an MCP of the Fear and Greed Index, which, if you don't know, is basically an index that traits the overall sentiment in the market. The Fear and Greed Index is a way to gauge stock market movements and whether stocks are fairly priced. The theory is based on the logic that excessive fear tends to drive down share prices, and too much greed tends to have the opposite effect. Cool. So that is what happens. What we need to do to get the fear and greed index of the market is just type in fear 59 and say, what is the index? The market cap 100 index stands at 208, slightly increases. The index is dominated by Bitcoin, which marks 69.28 of the index weight. Okay, it looks like this actually is not the fear and greed index command. We'll get that fixed. It looks like it's actually going into the coin command, but keep in mind that the fear and greed index will give you a fear and greed index number. Okay, we're a little more bullish. So the greed index is 57 for crypto and 60 for stock market. Overall being more towards greed on the right than fear on the left. If you use this command in the future, we'll fix this right after this tutorial is kind of posted. You'll actually get this number whenever you get a response. And you'll be able to basically ask your AI about like what the greed score means and specifically what it means for whatever you're interested in knowing about. What is the market news command? So the market news command is an MCP of a company called CryptoPanic. So if you go to CryptoPanic, it is a news site that is a news aggregator platform indicating impact on prices. So if you can see here, you have a whole terminal, which is pretty crazy to be honest. You can basically see all the news that's going on and how recent it is. We have 11 minutes, 12 minutes, 17 minutes ago, 18 minutes ago, a whole bunch of things. And you can actually see how it's impacting markets. So this MCP allows you to basically take hold of this crypto news aggregator and actually ask questions about it. If you want to know what is the most recent news today that is impacting markets, you can ask that using the news command, and it's going to pull through, search all of CryptoPanic, and actually get you the responses. So let's go ahead and do that. News 59. What is the most market impacting news that has been released in the last few days? Let me check the recent cryptocurrency news for you. Based on the recent news, the most market impacting developments include: number one, financial advisors are leading in spot Bitcoin ETF holdings, suggesting growing institutional adoption. 2, Moscow Exchange has launched Bitcoin futures trading. 3, Ethereum is showing recovery. 4, Coinbase is pushing to move an Oregon copycat crypto case to federal court. 5, Binance announced a new program that could deeply impact altcoins. And these developments, particularly the institutional adoption of Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum price movement, appear to be the most significant market moving news in the crypto space. Cool. And then you can see here at the bottom, it's citing itself. CryptoPanic was the tool that we used, and Get Crypto News was the actual command inside the MCP server that was pulled to provide these answers. Okay, awesome. The next one is probably one that has been used the most in our Discord ever since I introduced it, and it's the paint command. If you There was a huge viral moment whenever Chat GPT 4.0 image generation Ghibli. Basically, what had happened was ChatGPT 4.0 launched a huge update where they added 4.0 as the new image generation model to create images. And basically, it went super viral. Everyone was using it on Twitter. Everyone was creating PFPs of themselves in the Ghibli style, and you probably saw how awesome that was. What we now have is the paint command, which is basically an image gen command that allows us to take in that image gen model and to basically use it to generate images of whatever you want on command. So let me go ahead and go to Paint 59 and then V from Cyberpunk 2077 cruising in a futuristic supercar in Night City. Let's see what we get. Bam, there we go. Took about a minute there. But yeah, we can see Night City. We can see our futuristic sports car, and we can see V inside of it. V looks a little too big to be in this car, to be honest. Or maybe this car just has like a weird, um, coupe function, or it has a weird convertible function where the convertible looks like it's gone down, but it hasn't. But either way, this is how we generate images. It can generate super high detail images as long as your prompt is asking for the right things. It's really good at making cartoons, and it's really good at making art that is actually very creative. So I implore you to go ahead and try using the paint function with your agents and to see how it goes. I believe that is it besides the voice command. So if you want to talk to your agent, all you got to do is have it join your VC like this. You're not in a voice channel. Okay, so let me join. And then go like this. And it's in there. And all I need to do is basically use the listen command. And when I use the listen command, it will listen to you for 30 seconds. And then after those 30 seconds have completed, or after whatever time duration it is, I'm not exactly sure if it's 30 seconds or a little bit shorter. But once your question or whatever you're prompting it has been listened to, it's going to immediately answer after you've given the listen command and asked what the question is. The next thing, if you want it to leave, is all you got to do is type the leave function, and it leaves. So that is how you talk to the agent at the moment. We are also building a talk function where you can just go to our website and click to join a conversation with your agent. And there is no like weird like prompting where you have to type listen every single time you have a question. You're going to be able to basically just click a call your agent button and talk to it continuously like any normal human would. So that is coming. We wanted to keep our AI agents inside of Discord, and the Discord API was kind of like giving us limitations so that we couldn't have a continuous, ongoing type of conversation with the agent without having it through this like prompting command way. But either way, we're working on better solutions, and that is, for the most part, all of the new all of the new features that we've added into the AI agents. We do have new ways to communicate with your agent. Right now, everything that I just showed you is inside of Discord. However, what we want to do in the future is actually allow these AI agents to be multi-channel, and that we want it to follow you wherever you are. So we want our agent to be in Discord, and our next thing we're tackling is for our agents to be in Telegram with you. So if you wanted to add it to a group so that you can talk to it amongst your friends, if you want to have a one-on-one conversation with your agent and bring it into Telegram, we want to make it as easy as whenever you create an agent over here, to the AI agent main page and go ahead and create an agent. for you to add a feature. And instead of only Discord being selected, Telegram is also selected. And when you select Telegram, you can basically go ahead and summon it just like you would into your Discord server into wherever you want on Telegram. That is coming soon. In fact, I know because I've tested it already, it is coming in the next few days. So hopefully by the time this video goes out and a majority of people have watched it, we already have the Telegram feature out. But we are working on things every single day in terms of how to add features. If you go to GitHub Model Context Protocol, yeah, here we go. I think this is it. But if you go to github.com/model context protocol/servers, you'll see so many companies are building integrations with MCP, which allow us to give you more features like the ones that we've shown you up here. If you just browse through here, you can see things like um, Google Drive, Google Maps, Google Calendar, Slack, Notion. You can see things like Airbnb is up here, Alibaba. You can see AWS, Bankless on Chain. You can see so many companies are building MCP integrations, and we're slowly but surely adding more and more features into our Firecrawl, which is what we use for scanning, the scan command, if you ever wanted to use that. There are so many things that you could add in here. Unfortunately, a lot of these are like infrastructure, like all of these tools that are up here are used for other developers, whereas our AI agents are more consumer focused. We want it to help you be more productive, create new content, be more organized, answer your questions, almost like your smart friend or smart assistant. So a lot of these are a little kind of like not really used as much, but basically we're slowly but surely looking at every day the new MCPs that are getting built and incorporating them. Because it's a standard, almost like its own language, these can be built pretty fast. So look for almost on a weekly basis new features getting added into the user guides. We're going to be adding more and more features in here. So every time you check, hopefully once a week, we're going to be adding more ways for you to use your agents and more places to talk to your agents. Telegram, Discord, and soon to be much more than that. So, okay, guys, I think I've talked enough. I think I've yapped a little too long on what this tutorial would be. Our editor hopefully is going to tighten this up so that you guys don't just hear me go on and on rants more than you need to. But I'm going to close out from here. Thank you guys for staying along with me and learning about how to activate your GameGPT AI agents. We're really, really excited for everything to come, especially the games and the tournaments and the mobile app and the game builder, all coming very, very soon. So I'm going to close out here, and I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe and engage with this wherever it is to go ahead and spread this to more people so that more people can know about GameGPT, grow in the community. Thanks, guys.